Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Mario.
I'm James, and sometimes I cough to cover my farts in public.
Oh, that works well.
It does.
This week, you son of a bitch. This week, we're gonna pick some of, I guess, our favorite singers, but top whatever. Nobody's ever gonna be my favorite, I guess, because there's so many of them. But we're gonna choose singers that we admire, I guess would be a good word.
Yeah.
And then we'll, maybe you probably haven't heard of them anyway, but we'll let you know. So I am going to pick King Diamond.
All right.
Because he's just fucking awesome.
Just booked a huge tour.
Yeah, he's doing
with
well.
Exodus opening up, and he's going to be doing the entire Abigail album from front to back.
And it was hit or miss. Like, you never knew. Like, he hurt his back a while ago, and you didn't know he was going to be out of the game.
And he had the bypass surgery for
his
his
heart
too.
surgery. And it was like all four or something, right? He had like a quadruple.
Yeah, it was quadruple, I think, yeah.
You kind of assumed he was done.
Right.
And now he's fucking back bigger than ever. And I'm waiting for a new album. Come on.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully. It's
But,
been a while since Give Me Your Soul, Please.
Yeah. It's been a real long while. But King Diamond, I've seen him 3 times now, and it's always been a great show.
Oh, yeah.
And Andy, his guitar player, has always been great. So every time I've seen him, I think there's been a different... Last time, I think, was Mike Weed, who was from Merciful Fate.
Yep.
And the first time I saw him...
Glenn Drover, right?
Glenn Drover, yeah.
That's
on
awesome.
The House of God tour.
That's awesome. That's one of my favorite King Diamond albums of all time.
That was a good one. But I like Voodoo. Voodoo's my
Voodoo's
favorite.
great too.
I don't know why. Like, the first one I ever heard was them.
Okay.
And I was like, this is awesome. When I was young and I hadn't heard anybody hit notes like that. And he's not like normal. Like, he's not like he's singing normal either. Like, when he sings, it's kind of like he's got his own unique sound. And then all of a sudden he hits this crazy note and you're like, holy shit.
He hits what I like to call the whisper scream.
The ball shatter.
Yeah, it's literally so high and intense that it almost sounds like a whisper.
Yeah.
The only other dude I've ever heard that can hit a high that high is Halford back in, early 80s, in his heyday.
Yeah. But last time I saw King Diamond, he had some backup singers, so maybe he's not hitting them as loud as he used to. He's still hitting them.
Oh, yeah, he still can get up there.
Maybe he doesn't have the power, or maybe he was having trouble with his heart at that point.
I mean, he's older, too.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's got to be close to 60. If Bruce Dickinson just turned 57, then King Diamond's got to be close to 60.
Probably. He might even be 60.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Fatal Portrait, I think, was the first King Diamond, not Merciful Fate album I ever got. And I think
that was the first one too, I think.
Yeah, that's the debut. And I think I even got Don't Break the Oath from Merciful Fate the same day. I've always liked the Merciful Fate a little bit better musically because it reminds me more of like the new wave of British heavy metal kind of style.
The 70s metal.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got that old school, old metal sound.
I've always been more of a fan of King Diamond.
Right.
It's more aggressive.
It's more aggressive.
But I do like Merciful Fate.
Yeah, Fate fucking rules, man. But yeah, Fatal Portrait is definitely one of my favorite King Diamond, not Merciful Fate records, man. Every song on that is fucking awesome. That and House of God is killer. I really like Puppet Master too. All
of them. I mean, Them is great.
Yeah.
The
Conspiracy.
The
Eye is good. Yep. There's not a bad
Voodoo,
one, really.
Yeah, they're all really great. I mean...
Spider's Lullaby left a little, I think, to be desired.
Give Me Your Soul was a little, too...
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. The Puppet Master was okay.
I like Puppet Master a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then the Abigail 2, I think that one was pretty good.
Yeah, that was okay, too.
Yeah. So, I mean,
he's had a solid career. He's never put out a stinker where it was like, oh, that album fucking blows.
No, yeah, which is, rare.
It is very rare for a dude that's had that many albums out and been around for as long as he has.
Yeah. So, what about you?
I would go with Axl Rose. I really just fucking love that dude's voice. I always have.
He doesn't seem to be able to keep a band, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a dick.
His stories are legendary.
Yeah, he's obviously a fucking dick. He's obviously, thinks he's God's gift to rock and roll. But
maybe, I don't know.
in a lot of fucking ways, he kind of was for a little while, man. Appetite for Destruction until Spaghetti Incident, that band was untouchable.
Yeah.
Those dudes were fucking untouchable. And there's just something about Axl's voice, I guess because it
was unique.
I got into him at a really young age, so like whenever I hear it, it kind of takes me on that nostalgia trip to being a little kid.
Yeah.
And like the only thing I had to worry about was getting my homework done the next day. You know what I mean? And even Chinese Democracy, like I bought that the day it came out, and I waited all those years for it. Like I remember shortly after the Spaghetti Incident came out, reading interviews like, yeah, we're working on the new album. It's going to be called Chinese Democracy. And I waited the whole fucking time I think it was like 15 years.
Yeah.
I waited that whole time, and every time rumors came around, I got a little more anxious and a little more anxious. I went and bought it the day it came out, and I wasn't disappointed with it. I mean, it's not... Right. It wasn't worth the 15-year wait.
No.
But it wasn't horrible.
It's very rare that any album is worth a 15-year wait.
Exactly.
It better, so...
Exactly. But yeah, Axl Rose is definitely one of my favorite voices. He's always had that, like...
He's never done anything else, which is, like, he's never done any guest appearances, has he? I mean, like, at least with King Diamond, like, he's done... he had the thing with Cradle of Filth. He had the thing with, what was that band? Volbeat?
Yes.
He's done a couple of... I don't know.
I don't think Axl's done any guest appearances.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, he's done
maybe people
live
just
shit.
don't want to deal with him? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
I want to worry about him not showing up to the studio or something.
I don't know if he still does that kind of shit, though. I've
Slash has done
it's better,
lots
right?
of appearances.
Yeah, well, Slash was never known for, leaving a show in the middle of it.
Right, true. No, but yeah, apparently, like, he's been better about actually getting out onto stage.
Because you know what?
Close to
being gone for 15 years and then... And then pulling that shit, it wouldn't have worked.
Oh, no, it would have totally bombed.
After your first show, everybody would have been like, nope.
Yep.
Fuck you.
It would have totally bombed.
Yeah.
And people still go to see him.
Well, I mean, now he's not being the dick, I guess.
Right.
At least not to the audience.
I wish he would write a book.
That would be a good book, probably, yeah.
Dude, I would love to get into his brain so bad because, like, you read Slash's book, you read Steven Adler's book, you read Duff's book, and they're like, he is just such a fucking complicated character. Like, we could never wrap our brains around him. So I would love to get into his brain and read his book, dude. Axl, if you fucking per chance happen to see this, please write a book. Please write a book.
Yeah, it would be cool. Two Metalheads.
Two Metalheads.